Flau'jae Johnson gives verdict on Caitlin Clark's Stardom in a candid response. There's a special growing bond between LSU's Flau'jae Johnson and Indiana Fever rookie Caitlin Clark, and it's definitely not just a coincidence. Their shared admiration dates back to their college days, and has only strengthened as both women rise in the world of basketball. We've caught glimpses of their friendship on social media, like when Johnson recently celebrated Clark's 23rd birthday, posting a photo from the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game with the sweet caption, "Happy birthday at Caitlin Clark 22." This public shout-out is just one of many moments that showcase their authentic connection. We've caught glimpses of their connection through their lively social media exchanges, like when Johnson sent heartfelt birthday wishes to Clark on her 23rd birthday, sharing a photo from the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game with the caption, "Happy birthday at Caitlin Clark 22." This public shout-out is one of many moments that show their authentic connection. But that wasn't just a one-time thing. Johnson has consistently shown her admiration for Clark in various public appearances, none more telling than when she joined Shannon Sharpe's Club Flau'jae. That's where she shared what might be her most candid opinion yet. "I have respect for her because she is like the biggest doing it. When somebody like that is in your field, you've got to study them. She real genuine, but like I told you, I like to learn from everybody." Hold on a second. Did LSU basketball star and up-and-coming rap artist Flau'jae Johnson just refer to her fierce competitor, Caitlin Clark, as the biggest doing it? You bet she did. And it was not a throwaway line. Johnson broke down why watching Clark so closely makes sense, because Clark demands attention. "I have respect for her because she is like the biggest doing it. When someone like that is in your field, you have to study them. She's really genuine, but like I told you, I like to learn from everybody." This statement highlights Johnson's view that Clark's skill and significant influence on the game warrant careful observation from her peers. Johnson also highlighted Clark's skill mentality and incredible shooting ability. She is calling her one of the greatest shooters in the world, which are traits that deserve such attention. Why Flau'jae Johnson watches Clark's every move. Johnson has been studying Clark for a while, and not from a distance. She's previously spoken about texting Clark for advice and openly learning from her game. "That's my dog. I text her, ask her for advice all the time," she disclosed earlier this year. "She was cool and I asked her questions and she'd be like, 'Yeah, this is why I do this. This is how I work.'" She's really genuine. She even paid tribute to Clark in her music, dropping the line, "Double C on my jacket like Caitlin Clark," in her song Help Me. Their rivalry, of course, had serious stakes. Johnson's LSU Tigers defeated Clark's Iowa Hawkeyes in the 2023 NCAA Championship. Then, in 2024, Clark and Iowa got their revenge in the Elite Eight. "I mean, we tied, but I'm up, though," Johnson joked, "because we won in the 2023 NCAA Championship game." But when it comes to media reports, especially the ones trying to pit Clark against Angel Reese, Johnson's LSU teammate, she wasn't interested in taking sides. Caitlin is having an incredible season this year, but both of them are smashing records. "I really don't like being caught up in that, because I genuinely like both players. It feels like you can't cheer for one without disliking the other. It's like you have to pick a side." The timing of Johnson's comments comes as Caitlin Clark guides a challenging second WNBA season. Clark led the Fever in scoring with 19 points per game before a recent quad injury sidelined her. She has missed the team's last 4 games and will also sit out the upcoming matchup in Atlanta. The team is tentatively eyeing her return for Saturday's game against the New York Liberty. "She could just facilitate," she said. "She's like the best passer I think I've ever played against, ever in my life." That kind of admiration coming from a competitor still in the college system says everything. Johnson confirmed her return to LSU back in April for her final season, but she's already thinking ahead. "That's why I'm going to some Fever games this year," she said with a grin. Scope the scenario out. When rivalries and games often take center stage, Flau'jae Johnson and Caitlin Clark are quietly showing what genuine respect and true growth can look like between two stars in the sport. In the electric world of women's basketball, Few names ignite conversation like Caitlin Clark. Whether she's splashing logo threes, breaking records, or signing lucrative endorsement deals, Clark has become the face of a revolution in women's sports. But amid the noise, the glitter, and the camera flashes, there are voices that bring balance, nuance, and a different flavor of truth. One such voice belongs to LSU star guard, rapper, and outspoken athlete, Flau'jae Johnson. Recently, when asked during an intimate media roundtable about Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, Flau'jae delivered an honest, layered, and deeply insightful verdict. Far from a throwaway quote or a diplomatic compliment, her response revealed more than admiration. It painted a picture of the shifting dynamics in the sport and the challenges that come with instant stardom. A moment of reflection, not just reaction. The question posed was simple. What's your honest take on Caitlin Clark and how she's changing the game? Flau'jae paused, looked up, and gave a thoughtful nod. You know, everybody's talking about Caitlin like she came out of nowhere. But nah, what she's doing has been building for years. She's been putting in that work. She's got crazy range, vision, and a killer instinct. That's undeniable. But stardom? That's a whole different game. That pause before her response told a story. Flau'jae wasn't just commenting as a competitor. She was speaking as an artist, a brand builder, and someone who understands the spotlight intimately, on the court and on the stage. The shadow and the spotlight. People think stardom is all lights and cheers, Flau'jae continued. But it's also pressure, expectation, and sometimes isolation. I see Caitlin out there dropping 30 and still getting hate, or winning and people say it's just because she's white. That's not fair to her, but I also think we gotta be real about how the media chooses its heroes. There was no malice in her tone, only clarity. Caitlin's not just a hooper. She's become a symbol, maybe without even asking for it. She's carrying a whole league's marketing plan on her shoulders. That's heavy. This statement echoed sentiments quietly discussed in locker rooms and podcasts alike. Caitlin Clark's fame has transcended basketball, and not always by design. From WNBA billboards to corporate partnerships, her image has become currency. But is the machine that lifted her up giving that same energy to other rising stars? That's where Flau'jae offered a sobering reminder.